Hello everyone, this is Soundwave, circle player playing for second win, StarCraft team, and I'm here to show you another replay. It's gonna be another ZvZ, again against a master player, and it's gonna be quite a good example of a very greedy opening that turned really quickly into a really aggressive build. Inside our team we like to call this build the Mayhem build, because the first one to really use this Sun ladder in our team was our teammate Mr. Mayhem, but I'm sure this build has been done by probably a shit ton more of players. It's just that we call him that way. We call it that way because Mayhem was the first to show it to us. So let's see. I'm the red circle player, and as you can see, we're gonna fast forward a bit. It's a game against a master player, so we can expect pretty solid mechanics out of him. Plus, he was really high leveled in terms of having played with all races, so he's probably quite strong in his mechanics. And we'll see. Well, I'm gonna open 15 hatch into 16 gas into 15 pool, which is pretty much the greediest open you can ever hope for in ZvZ, and you gotta be very mindful if you open this way that you're gonna die to pretty much every early pull that your opponent may throw at you, like such as 10 pulls or 9 pulls with drone pulls or temple banelings. So there we go. His hatch is pretty late. To be fair, he's lacking a bit on that hatchery. In fact, when I'm checking this this hatchery with my overload, I see it so delayed in comparison to mine that I instantly assume that it's a 15 hatch a 15 pull into a 16 hatch, but it's not. It's actually a hatch first build straight up into pool. And that's where it differs from mine, because I go in gas first into pool. We're gonna see the opening here. I'm gonna mine exactly 100 gas, and it's gonna line up pretty good with the completion of this spawning pool here. So here you go. The spawning pool is complete. Start a queen, start the link speed, and start a second queen from my second hatchery. And of course, this is pretty key. My first two overloads, the first one, if you've seen it, it goes through this little pathway right here, and it's gonna park himself in this little edge right here, while my second overload is gonna go to his entrance. Normally, some players prefer to park the first overload at its entrance, but I usually park it right really close to my opponent's natural, so I can instantly check at all times the amount of saturation that my opponent has in its natural base and compare it to mine. For example, if I fly the overload, which I will do in like about 1 minute and a half or something, and I see no drones compared to maybe 6 or 7 drones on my hatchery, I know that he's gonna probably pull a very aggressive all-in on me. So I have this overload here to check for the drone saturation, and this other overload here is gonna get here just in time, or pretty much comfortably in time, to spot any kind of fling aggression that's coming. In fact, I do spot this couple lings here that are coming to scout. And yeah, overall I'm continuing aggression, and my plan here is gonna be as soon as link speed is done, I'm gonna try to drone my natural up to maybe 5 or 6 drones. And just as soon as I do that, my link speed will be really close to done, so I start powering links. And once I have like maybe 10 to 12 links and my link speed is just completed, I'm gonna launch an attack, and I'm not hoping to kill him, I'm hoping to get some damage done. And as you can see here, I'm gonna move my overload here. Let's go into my cam actually. This overload here, inject, and there you go, I check. Okay, he's got drones. He's got drones here, he's not gonna move out aggressively. I'm pretty safe to drone myself, and to launch the attack I squeeze out a couple drones more to go up to 6 drones, which is a bit less than he has right now, but still it leaves me in a pretty good position to launch the attack here. My link speed is done before him, and now he's forced to basically make a spine. He's gonna try and unblock the ramp, and I'm gonna see what damage gonna get done. Force to cancel the spine, and yeah, and back away. wait for my links. He's morphing his own banelings, and I forced some some links here. And as you can see, my production tab 7 drones. Why? Because I identify here that I'm probably not going to be able to do game-ending damage, so to say. So he's drawn himself up pretty comfortably. But as soon as I launch this aggression, as I know that I'm not going to be able to straight up kill him, I'm droning behind this. I'm preparing a follow-up attack. So I should go small things, gonna see if I can catch this queen. And behind this, I'm droning more and more and more. While I'm forcing more and more units from him. This is really good for me. And suddenly, my natural is pretty much looking as saturated as his natural. While I was at least 5 or 6 drones behind him. As we can see, in fact, I'm ahead on drones. I launched an attack, I forced so many units that I'm now ahead on drones compared to him. Which is pretty good for me. I'm starting my lair. See if I can get any damage done. Yeah, in fact, I missed a pretty nice shot here. There go my balings here. Get nice shots, and I'm basically forcing him to build some units. He's building 18 links, and I'm building 6 drones. I'm gonna get this queen, or am I? I'm not actually. Or am I? No, I'm not. But anyway, I forced 18 links, and I'm building 10 drones myself. So in the drone count here, shall see 39 to 29. And yeah, I'm gonna get this queen for sure right now. It's gonna hurt his production quite a lot. I forced a shit ton of links, and he's building some balings here defensively. I'm building some banelings defensively myself, just in case he decides to attack, but I'm already transitioning out of this. I'm getting my triple gas up, because 3 gases is all you need really for roach production, for continued roach production. My layer is done, well his isn't even started yet. And my roach warren is about to be completed. So as soon as roach warren is completed, I'm gonna be pretty much ready to launch an attack. Again. So he's drawing behind this, but as you can see, like 45 drones to 35 drones. I've gotten quite an advantage here in drones, and you might wonder why is that if I launch an attack myself. Well, that is basically because I forced a crap ton of units. Then I got a couple money baneling shots and forced some more units. See the links coming my way, and I'm producing roaches non-stop, like powered roaches, and he's making a mistake here. He's not identifying what's going on. He's not identifying that I'm gonna follow up my aggression with pretty much a roach all-in, and he's droning behind this. He's getting another base. He's gotten equal on drones to me, and he's gonna be ahead on drones very soon, which is gonna be good for him in the long run. But he doesn't need to be in good position against me in the long run. He needs to defend right now, which he's not gonna be able to do. Mediocre bane shot here, and just powering roaches. More and more roaches. My initial drone lead is gonna lead to a very strong roach advantage here, and he's doing the worst he could do. He took into lair, and he's taken into Aspire, and he's gonna make a shit ton of spine crows because he identifies what's going on. He now knows that a shit ton of roaches are coming his way, but it's too late right now. The only thing he can really do is spine up, which he's gonna do, but it's not really gonna matter. Spire is not the correct response here, because his mutas are not gonna be able to be up in time. No way. When the roaches arrive here, I'm reinforcing this with some roaches, but I'm gonna reinforce with links in a sec here, because I'm gonna morph a shit ton of balings. And there are banelings here. I'm gonna be very mindful of how I micro my banelings, because this is a lot of spines. So keeping my banelings not to collide against anything that's not useful for me. So I'm trying to get a money shot here. I get one good shot, I get another one good shot, but it's still not enough. I get a shot against all the drones here, and I feel a shit ton of drones right now. Basically there's no answer for him. His Spire's not even done, and reinforcing more and more roaches. And yeah, he's just way too many roaches here. And he's got another base, but it's not really useful. So there you go. This is a pretty good example of how to turn a very greedy opening into an aggressive build, and if it doesn't work, which it didn't, at least for some units, and do a follow-up roach all-in, which he didn't scout in time and didn't react to it in time. So overall, straight, solid play against a pretty good player. Although it may have not seemed like a really strong player, I mean, it was a master player after all, so it must have been at least decent at this game. And yeah, this is all, folks. I hope you've enjoyed the video, and I'll see you guys next time.